So War Thunder has officially turned 13 years old, and I can proudly say that I have been here for 10 of those bias-filled years, from when I looked like that, beardless Justin, to now this, graying bearded Justin. Yeah, my hairline was a little bit better back then, I think. Oh, and now you get to see the old beardless Justin, and I promise it's probably not going to be coming back the way you saw it. But as always, with the coming of age comes the vehicle pack sales, most notably what we're talking about today, the 50% off a majority of the more sought-after vehicle packs, alongside some removal of some existing vehicles. Now, jumping over to the page, you'll see right here that the event lasts until the 3rd of November at 1100 GMT, so keep that in mind. That should be like, what, 1 a.m. my time, 12 o'clock my time, around that time. However, going down more, you'll see that some vehicle packs are also going to be removed. The AMX A1, the Yamashiro, the AV8S Matador, the F4 EJ Phantom II, which is the Japanese Harrier, the Centauro RGO, and the Harrier T10. However, Gaijin, I think, is going to be bringing back some, if not most of these, as standard Golden Eagle purchases. I don't fully understand why they don't keep these around for very long. I think it has a lot to do with the sales themselves, but I am going to be sad to see these go. Oh, and one more thing, I do have a discount link, but it unfortunately does not add an extra 3% off. So what it does do is it gives us content creators that 3% off whatever purchase you make, even though it doesn't really help you. So if you guys want to support me as a creator, or anyone for that matter who has a discount link, feel free to do so. But at the very least, if you don't have it, you get my in-game decal, which is going to be getting updated hopefully before the year is out. More info about that a little bit later. And with that, let's go ahead and jump over to the actual vehicle sales themselves. This is actually quite the list of high-tier, top-tier vehicles. Also, I did forget to mention this as well. I'm basing this off my own personal experiences. I don't own every single one of these vehicles, but I have played with majority of them, and I have a ton of videos on them as well. So if you want to check them out, links will be, I would say, down below in the description, but that's going to be a lot of text. So instead, just search my channel for the vehicle that corresponds to what you're looking for. Now, first up, we have the American F-18C early pack for 40 Gaijin coin, or in my case, 40 USD, which is not a bad gig, to be honest. Although AIM-9Ls, AIM-7Ps, some good ground pounding ordnance, it's definitely worthwhile to look into if you guys are interested in the top tier environment. But keep in mind, you are going to be food for the top tier players. I'm just being very honest. So is this worthwhile? I don't own it. I do own the Tech Tree variant, and I do enjoy it very much, but the F-18s, in my opinion, are somewhat lacking compared to that of the Su-30, the Typhoons, etc. So keep that in mind. When it comes to the Mirage, I don't own this, unfortunately. I have fought against it. It does have some good ground pounding ordnance, CCIP, etc. So for 35 Gaijin coin, it's up to you if you guys want to get it. It doesn't get my recommendation, but if you want to let me know what you guys think about it, please let me know in the comment section. Now, next up, we have the clickbaits. Yeah, keep in mind, there's also the Samurai Maiden variant of the clickbait, which is a copy-paste of this. It is worthwhile. M829A2, good thermal sights, great mobility. Armor is questionable, to say the absolute least, but for 35 Gaijin coin, I would absolutely recommend this vehicle if you want to play as kind of a light tank at top tier. Treat this like a light tank. It'll treat you very well. Put an expert crew on this. I know it's a bit expensive, but you're going to want to do that. Next up is the Leopard 2A4 Canadian pack, which I like this thing. I really enjoy it. KW is a good round. It's got great mobility. Its turret face is not as reliable as the regular Leopard 2A5, 2A6s, etc., but it does get the job done. However, keep in mind, your toilet paper, your upper front plate is piss weak. I'm not kidding. You can go through it like a hot knife through butter, which is a phrase I haven't used in a hot minute. Great vehicle, good BR, 35 Gaijin coin. I would say this is probably the best of the bunch in my opinion. And then next up, we have the Type 90B Fuji, which is a great vehicle in its own. 4-second reloads, armor's not reliable, gun handling is pretty piss poor, pneumatic suspension is great. It's one that gets my recommendation because right now, Japan is in a pretty good position. They're getting a lot of new vehicles. They have some great top tier CAS capable aircraft. The F2 is a brilliant aircraft, though it is lacking to some degree, at least in GRB. And next up, we have the MiG-23 ML, which is Not one I would recommend, to be honest, especially around this environment. Not great for ground pounding, but it does great for air-to-air in GRB if you want to deal with CAS. Although do keep in mind, your RWR isn't the absolute best. So if you get into an up tier, you're going to get kind of smacked by a lot of the top tier anti-air. So keep that, again, in mind. Next up is the nets. I don't personally own this thing, to be honest, but it does perform pretty well for the most part. Python missiles, AGM-65Bs, which are not the best for this BR in my opinion. It doesn't really get my solid recommendation, but it does get a crap ton of flares, I will say that. So if you want to use this thing, by all means. And then next up, we have the King Tiger pack. Never mind the fact that it just came out of nowhere. I totally forgot to log out and show vehicles purchase, etc. But yes, this is a $20 premium right now, and yes, I would recommend it. Germany at this BR is fun. This did just get a model update, or it's getting one in the next update. It's one of the two. I haven't played it in a bit, okay? And it's worth it. 100% would recommend just a bit. F5C gets a pass from me, you know, even though it's a good price, it does definitely gets a good pass. Next up, T29. Great vehicle. I don't personally own it, but for 20 bucks at 7.0, I believe it is, or 7.3, one of the two. It does sit fairly well in its environment and its BR, of course, and it does hit incredibly hard. So if you guys want to use this thing, by all means, but keep in mind, side scrape as well as angle. You're going to want to do it. Wiggle your turret. It's got a shit long reload, just being honest. Now, to have this pop right back in, I do apologize. The terms, no. I would not recommend this thing in the slightest. Go pick up the T80 UD. I'm not kidding. Just go pick it up. This thing sucks. Seriously, it really does. You are squishy, 3BM42, good thermal sights, good cameras or optics overall, I would say, but I would not recommend this in the slightest. So this gets a from me. The Samoa, I don't own it. But I will say this, a lot of people live by this thing, and it is insane how well this thing can perform. Its armor is very trolly. Volumetric does protect the turret face quite a bit, so if you hit it in the neck, the second phase of the armor is going to probably stop whatever comes your way. And yes, I have had APFS DS be absorbed by that second layer of armor because of volumetric. Has that been fixed? Maybe, can't really tell you right now, but keep that in mind when playing this. This needs no introduction. SU-25K, yes, it is a brilliant vehicle, and one that I will say, yeah, you should be looking into because it sits at a fun BR. It doesn't like to die. Next up is the Vidar. This thing, laser rangefinder, I believe thermal sight too. Insane. I have been killed by this thing so many damn times. I would highly recommend it to those who want to derp around with a gigantic gun. And then scrolling down, we have the Italian Certeza, which is, you know, in my opinion, a good pack. It doesn't really do very well in the mobility department nor the protection, though DM53 on this thing is insane. Its optics are kind of poo-poo. Good reload rate. It's definitely a vehicle worthwhile looking into, although I would recommend the RGO, but we'll get more into that in a quick second. The Apache, sure, it's a good helicopter for that matter, but I really wouldn't recommend it too much. I think the Comanche is probably a better deal in my opinion, but really to each their own. And then we have the CV90-105XC8, which is a brilliant vehicle. It's a little too squishy for my taste. If you're someone who is very patient, likes to ambush, this is a good purchase. Now, I don't own the Clovis, unfortunately. However, I've been hearing good things about this thing. So if you want to grab it, by all means, though I cannot currently recommend it as I have never played it, nor have I seen it out in the wild, saying that I don't really play around this BR too much. Going down a little bit, we have the F20A Tiger Pack, or Tiger Shark. I would say this is probably worth it over the F18 because of where it fights at, but I will leave that to the professionals down in the comments to let me know if you guys recommend this or not. No, I'm sorry. No, this thing sucks. You should not be buying this. I don't give a damn if it's half off. This thing sucks. I eat these for breakfast. I'm not a pilot. So if I'm saying that, you should know it means something. All right, just no. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. Yes, it's an IE6. What's not to love? Good mobility, 7.7 or 7.3, one of the two. Decent armor. Heat's going to eat you for the most part. Good firepower. But mobility is what really sells this thing. So I would say yes, the i6 I would recommend. And then the one vehicle I would absolutely recommend 11 out of 10 times, the T55 AM1. Thermal sight, good armor, good mobility, just... Wait, did I say thermal? I meant to say laser rangefinder, excuse me. No thermal on this. Yes, it is such a wonderful purchase. You should be picking this up if you're wanting to play the high tier environment. Even to the newbies, I would say yes, because it doesn't sit at top tier, yet this is a brilliant vehicle to me. And then going down is the Lazor, R60 MKs. It's in the MiG-21. It's a great dogfighter. Ground pounding, not so much. Type 74. I have it, I played it, it's a Type 74C. It's not really the best, but the BR it fights in at 8.3 is pretty comfortable. Laser rangefinder, decent mobility, your armor sucks. Yeah, I would say it's worthwhile, but keep an eye out for that reverse rate as it's very, very poor. Here's the Phantom. I do own it. I haven't really played it much. It has Zunis, no Mavericks, aim 7Ds. Not really the best dogfighter, I would say, but it does make for some awesome gun runs for sure with the Zunis, so to each their own. Now this, the RGO, I would recommend it. Great reload, CL3143, which is a great round, great optics for the most part. Yeah, it's got piss poor armor, but you are a fast vehicle, which is able to get the flank and spank on just about anyone, even on the smallest of maps, in my opinion. So whole W goes yes. I would recommend this more over the Certeza because at least here, you're not relying on your armor for the very, least that this thing might have. Now, next up we have, of course, let's see what else. There we go. The Tigre. Tigre, yes. Sorry, Tiger Hat, okay. Worthwhile. I have it. I have a combo on this. I enjoy it. Maul. I would recommend it for sure. Now, the Object 120 is kind of a hit or miss. It's fun. It's great when it comes to its firepower, 10-second reload, I believe it is now, or has been for a while now. And yeah, it's fun. It's just super squishy. You get 50 cal, autocannon will kick your ass in a heartbeat. XM800Ts will eat you for breakfast. But assuming you get your gun on them, this is usually a one-hit wonder at this BR. So if you are patient and you understand how to place yourself appropriately, this is a fun tank. So 50-50 for 25 bucks, I would say sure. Now, next up, we have the SU-22 M4. Good CAS capabilities, not the best. It's still way better than the Tornado, so I would say get this over that for sure. The Harrier T10. This thing is actually pretty goated. You have missile approach warning, you have AIM-9Ls, you have the best Maverick missiles for its class anyways, AGM-65Gs, which are mostly a one-hit wonder. I would say around 80% as opposed to the MTs like 90, 95. Definitely worthwhile to look into for your CAS-capable stuff. And the next up, we have the AV8S Matador, which I don't personally own this. If it's anything like the Harrier T10, I would say it's probably worth it. Although sitting at a lower BR, I wouldn't recommend it too much, but really, I would say, let me know in the comments. Cool. The Yamashiro is a boat. I don't personally own this. I don't plan on owning it, so there's that. It'll probably come back as a Golden Eagle purchase. You never know. But I can't recommend it because, again, it's not my strong suit. However, the AMX A1 pack can be worthwhile, seeing that most of the top tier vehicles got moved up to a new BR. This thing does like to see some constant down tiers. Good sights on the camera pod or targeting pod. Good bombs for the most part. AIM-9Ls. You can't really go wrong with this vehicle in my opinion. So yes, it does get my recommendation as a CAS-capable aircraft, though I will say climb, get some altitude, and be patient with your bombs, and it will treat you right. So I guess that's going to do it for the vehicle pack sales on this channel. However, if by any chance you didn't like my opinion and you want to maybe find some different ones, feel free to browse around YouTube. There's a ton of us as creators who are talking about these and giving our own recommendations. And I would say go do it. Go check them out. Give them a like as well if you could, please. And if you disagree with anything in this video, let me know in the comments. Give your own recommendations. Maybe create a counterpoint to what I've been recommending and why you should and shouldn't. And you know what? If you have a detailed one, if you write out an entire list and it sounds awesome, I'll pin it and I'll heart it. I promise. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Now I'm gonna go work on some other content, most notably being the Type 16 alongside the Mi-35P, which is the one I was working on before this, and I'd like to finish that. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I will definitely see you on the next one. But more importantly, I'll see you in the upper BRs with your shiny new premium vehicle. But as always, I'll see you next time.